let's use Thompson Company case as an example to show how to use Excel QM to build a decision tree model here. For this case, let's just stick to this simple case, one stage decision tree model. So of course, later on, as in the lecture notes, we show that it can be expanded to be two-stage decision tree model. So let's simply show how to construct a decision tree in Excel based on one-stage case, because two-stage is simply expanded that following these corresponding nodes. So okay, here in this example, we say to build a decision tree, then we build the tree from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. But when we solve the tree model, find the optimal solution here, we solve the problem backward. So also the rules is that at any random node, we take expectation, and at any decision node, we take maximization. So for this case here, based on this random node, after it, there are two possible outcomes. So the expected value here is $10,000. It's simply the sum product of corresponding probabilities of market turns out to be favorable or unfavorable, and with their the corresponding payoffs values. And at this random node, expected value is $10,000, and if we construct a small plant, then at this random node, the expected value is $40,000. So we take maximization at this decision node. So we choose $40,000. So which means the best choice here is to build a small facility, a small plant. So okay, let's come to Excel to simply show how to use QM to build a decision tree model. So go to Excel QM, go to decision analysis, decision tree. Thompson case. And we see at node 1, there are three possible alternatives for us to choose among them. So one is build a larger plant, second is build a small plant, the third one is doing nothing. So simply click add three decisions from node 1. So at node 2, if we build a large plant, then the future market, there are two possible outcomes. The market can be good for us, so with a larger facility, we can make more money. So the payoffs here is the largest in this list here. But also, if the market turns out to be bad, then we are losing more money. So we will lose 180 grants, in which case. So let's come back here. There are two possible outcomes. So first of all, make sure we select the node 2 by clicking on this node here. So there are two branches, two possible outcomes here. So simply add two events after node 2. So we have favorable market conditions, and another one is unfavorable market conditions. Let's expand them. So the probability that future market turns out to be good for us, our products, is 0.5, and default values in Excel QM here is simply it's equal values for all these branches. So since we have only two different outcomes, so two branches, so simply equals 1 over 2.5. If we have three different outcomes, so market turns out to be extremely good, it's to be so-so, or it's to be bad, then the probability, the default value should be 1 over 3. So pay attention, all these values sum up to be 1.0. And in our case here, let's come back to the case. If the market turns out to be good and with a larger plant, the payoff is $200,000. And if the market turns out to be bad, then we will lose $180. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, $180. Same way we build the branches after random node 3. So if market turns out to be good, but we only build a small plant, then we can only make 100,000 US dollars in this case. And if the market turns out to be bad, since we only have a small plant, so we lose less money compared to a large plant. So in this case, we will lose $20,000. So type negative 20 grand. So you will see QM, this decision model in Excel will calculate expected value for each random node automatically based on the sum product function. You can simply double click on the cell here, you will see the simply equals sum product of corresponding probabilities for the market that turns out to be good or bad and their relevant payoffs, in which case. And then at the decision node here, so initial node 1 here, it takes maximum value among all the three values, 0, $10,000 and $40,000. So which it selects the maximum value is $40,000, and then it will point out that the best choice is go from node 1 to node 3, which means the best selection here, best decision should be build a small plant in our case. So after we built the decision tree model, so simply copy paste into Word. So you can paste it as an object, in which case we can resize it to fit the size of the page. So simply based on the outputs of the decision tree model using Excel QM, then the best decision, the optimal solution, the best strategy here is to build a small plant which will bring us the expected monetary value equals 40,000 US dollars.